pleasure to introduce the second speaker for today, Mr. Srinivasa Giri. A Mysorean at heart, got his management degree here and moved to Bangalore for corporate career, spanning nearly 20 years. He has served in few esteemed organizations and leading brokers like Motilal Oswal, Carry, and lastly with Aditya Birla Group as general manager, heading the business vertical for Karnataka. He then moved back to Mysuru to focus on personal health and lifestyle with Ayurveda. Thus, Arogya Siri Ayurveda was born in 2013. Ever since, he has been associated with BNI Mysore region also. The growth of Arogya Siri as a successful business as well as personal growth with BNI became synonymous. He has involved himself in BNI trainings, chapter launches as go-to launch person, and supported in retaining and adding members to the region. During this close association with the franchise, Mysore region saw a tremendous growth of members from 360 in 2018 to 550 members in 2020. Currently, he is focused with his primary membership in this chapter, which has helped him grow Arogya Siri immensely. Today, he will be trying to explain how the credibility he built in BNI has helped him establish Arogya Siri Ayurveda as Mysore's top-rated Ayurvedic therapy center. Currently, he manages two successful units of Arogya Siri in Mysuru. Over to Srinivas Giri.
Thank you. Thank you, Anil, for the wonderful introduction, and thank you, LT, for the opportunity. I would like to thank Mr. Praful Shah, whom I approached to join BNI, and then I'm here for the last 12 years, completing 12 years. This time I would like to slightly do my presentation in a different way. I am referring to a movie which was made in 1984. The name of the movie is called Blame It on Rio. I don't know how many of you have actually heard that name. Kelila Alva. I know some of maybe closer to my generation, possible. The youngsters would not have heard, but the actors even today relevant, remain relevant. Yeah. Michael Caine, some of you would know, and most importantly Demi Moore. Who would not? See, now I think it's ringing. If you have heard Demi Moore, yeah. I know it's ringing.
Please watch it.
Being a 21-year-old, she acted a 16, 17-year teenager. It was a brilliant movie. But why am I talking about a movie which was made 41 years ago? The whole story is about, two friends who would like to take their kids on a vacation. They're teenager kids, and eventually one parent will be able to take, and subsequently he falls in love with that young girl who is of his daughter's age. End of the movie, he just blames it on the Rio. He has nothing to do, and he blames it on the Rio, which is the place, Rio de Janeiro, as we know it. It's human tendency, whether it is globally in India or Mysore or anywhere for that matter, to blame it on something else. Always, it's human, right? Whatever we do, end of the day, even in Sanskrit they would say, "Nav yen madidrunu udara nimittam, hottegosra madde." Alva? Adhe tara, Hindinalli papi pet ka saval. So irrespective of religion, region, or the language or the creed, we blame it. Kannadalli ella helbeku antandre hottegagi genu battegagi. So this is universal. We always blame it on something. So now this is where I would like to bring this contrast into this room by telling most of the things what we see is the suffering in terms of health actually begins with the gut. Now we blame it, even when we are actually adventurous, we say it was a gut feeling, intuition, we say it was gut feeling. Everything, the whole universe technically revolves around this gut, from the kind of activities we do. And then whatever the later period, the suffering it leads to is all related to the gut. Now, how does Ayurveda help in this gut? So the Ayurvedic way of gut cleansing is the safest and the most well-known way of actually taking care of your gut health. When I say gut health, is it just the gastric, burping, gases? Not really. I know about a teenage boy who had aggressive thinking, overthinking, anxiety, and lot of mental issues. Most important was crooked things running in his mind. It was about a teenager. He had this issue, and the only way we could solve this problem, the first by addressing the gut. Why is gut important here? This is where I would like to bring what even the research of Deepak Chopra, if you know Deepak Chopra, if you follow him on YouTube, you will understand. He keeps mentioning when an infant is born, he comes with a gene, only 22,000 gene that belongs to him, and over 3.2 billion genes which is acquired through the bacteria, the microbiome which he acquires. Now this comes over a period of time. This actually, as we grow, now this is acquired gene, the kind of food, because end of the day we are made up of what we have eaten, we are what we eat. Now this is acquired from various sources. It could be a plant source, it could be animal source or whatnot. All this source. Now that is what is the gut end of that is what is in your gut. The gut then that's what feeds your bacteria, and that bacteria has genes which manipulates the DNA. This is not what I am saying, this is what research is saying. Now these manipulations over a period of time manifest into various illness. The mind, again, the gut cleansing helps. Now also there's so many times we complain of whether it's a bloated tamburi tara iro hotte irbodu athwa yen bekadru irbodu, we end of the day blame it on the food or whatever, my work or the kind of lifestyle I'm having. End of the day, only when the gut is cleansed. Gut, what do you mean by gut is cleansed? Whatever if we have eaten in the last 12-14 hours, if our stomach has the ability to throw it out within the stipulated time, you maintain the highest health. Whenever there is an accumulation, that is getting transferred as a toxin. You don't have to eat really toxic chemicals from outside. It's not about the oil, don't blame it on the oil, don't blame it on some processed food. That plays an important role. Basically, it is our own body waste which we are unable to throw it out, gets converted into waste, which is toxins. Those toxins manipulate at the DNA level. This is how the serious thing is. So the gut cleansing again helps people with small problems like a burping or a bloat or gas, to reflex esophagitis, to any other, even including the piles. The piles is the most commonly misunderstood issue. Many a times it is not even a piles. It could just be some other problem where people end up in bleeding and so many other complications. Not getting much to it, but basically the cleansing helps. Now I move further down from mind to abdomen to a lot of knee pain. As people get older, they go through knee pain, leg pain, or even the spine issues. Now even here, the gut plays an important role. The treatment begins with the gut cleansing happens. Then again, the medications are given to the gut. Through the gut, these medications are absorbed. As you know, in the modern science, most of the medications are given for us, which means for oral, which is given through the mouth, and then there is something called a first pass metabolism, which has to pass through the liver, kidney. Now, a lot of times we are actually risking by giving through this method for a longer time, which inherently it becomes a side effect. Actually, there is nothing called side because it is not acting in the side. It is actually unwanted result. Now, that is avoided by administering these medicines through the gut, which is called basti. So, there are always a set of treatments for any kind of a health issue which is related to the body from hair until toe, which can be administered with the start of Panchakarma, a simple detox treatment, and then helping your body to regenerate and recoup. This is once again Srinivasa Giri, and I wanted to focus today on just one LCD of mine, which is Panchakarma. And I'm grateful to this platform for having given me an opportunity to grow my business, and I continue my faith even in this 12th year, 13th year, I continue to show my faith, and I'm grateful to all of you for having trusted me for a period of time. Once again, this is Srinivasa Giri from Arogya City. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now that we know more about Amit Jain and Srinivasa Giri,